right, I'm ready when you are. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money and you like crypto, I know you like both, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're loving our live streams, make sure to smash that like button. Also, welcome to all the people watching on TikTok. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok and you'll want to come see the full show and all the other videos we do, make sure that you come on over to BitBoy Crypto on YouTube. We have got a huge show for you guys today. We've got Bitcoin making new all-time highs. Where is this thing going to go? I'm keeping a close look on it right now. I'm waiting to see if it dips back down to 51,000 so I can get another entry. We're going to be looking at some of my trades. We're going to be making a live trade, a risky trade for our 1K to 10K challenge a little bit later today. But what I believe to be a sure shot that is now public domain information. We'll have a little bit more for that later on in the day. On a certain coin that is maybe the most explosive coin we've ever seen. On this channel. And I mean that. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. We're going to be getting into Bitcoin hit all the time. We're going to be looking, we're not going to talk too much about what's going on with Ethereum and the manipulation at the end. I'm going to kind of tease a few things at the end of this video. But we are going to be checking the chart and things like that. They say it's very dark on the set. Guys, can we turn the lights up a little bit? So, guys, speaking of guys in the back here, TJ, you guys should all wish TJ, he's not feeling great today. So he's not in. TJ's not in today. Not feeling great. Now, the question, there we go. Now I look great. Now I look so great. The BitSquad, you guys look great too. And, guys, here's the thing about it. TJ... I don't really know how to say this. He's not feeling great. Back not feeling great. We're having back problems here at the show. Okay. But the question is TJ coming back? We got a new guy in the house today running the board, Steven. Why don't you come on board, Steven? Hey, Steven. You guys know all those magical thumbnails we make? No. You stay on the screen right now, Steven. You guys know that those beautiful thumbnails we make on the channel? This is the guy, Steven, that makes these. And is Steven going to stick around? Here's the important question, and this may determine whether TJ comes back or not. I don't know. I love TJ. Don't get me wrong. But, Steven, I had to ask you one question. If you were to permanently take TJ's place, could I buy a Lambo?
Yeah, I support the Lambo idea.
All right, guys. You guys see it right there. You see it right there. So, guys, if TJ comes back, and seriously, though, TJ's not feeling great, so do wish him to get well. When TJ gets back, let's remind him that Steven is okay with the Lambo. We just got to remind him. He's probably watching right now. He's probably in the chat. Okay. Yeah, Steven's great. He does all our thumbnails. Incredible graphic designer. We do have another designer also, Lorenzo, but Steven does a great job. So let's head on over to the channel here, guys. We are coming in today, 518,000 subscribers right now, 518K. Almost 520K. Pretty phenomenal. Appreciate all the love here. We're almost at 519, really. We'll be at 525 probably by the end of the day. So thank you to everybody for that, of course. Let's jump into coin market cap here. Take a look what's going on in the markets. Right now, we got a market cap, a new high, I believe, $1.5 trillion. And Mr. Aaron Schmeeds, could you move that camera up a little bit so my head is not cut off? But $1.5 trillion in market cap, back to almost $200 billion in 24-hour volume. But notice what's happening here, guys. Bitcoin dominance up. Perfect. Bitcoin dominance up 61.9%, up about 1%. So let's see. I see that super chat. Thank you, Chris. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But wait, did that go up? No. Still about 8,500 cryptocurrencies on the market. Looking at Bitcoin right now, looking at Bitcoin right now, $51,056. Check see what it is on Bybit, 51,088. I do have an active order, 1 million contracts at 51,000 even. So we'll see if it gets filled. CryptoFace is on record as saying he believes that we are hitting $54,000 ASAP. So that's a number I'm kind of watching. I'm trying to catch several pumps and dips in the meantime there. I'm going to show you guys on some trades later, some that I made. Ethereum coming in at $1,812. What in the world, guys? What in the world is happening with Ethereum? We're going to find out later tonight because I now know what is going on. I know what a lot of this selling pressure, where it's coming from, where a lot of because the thing you have to understand about Bitcoin versus these other markets, it doesn't take as much selling with Ethereum that is 1/5 the market cap. And then remember, a lot of this is done on margin. So it's not like there's literally $207 billion in Ethereum. I don't know exactly what the dollar for dollar number is. When it comes to derivatives, you guys know it's all IOUs. It's not nearly that much. I think, that's something we should try to find out on this channel. What is the closest actual dollar for dollar number to these market caps? Because really it's nowhere close, especially for the bigger ones. So what you got to understand is for a lot of these smaller coins, when something happens, when there's a bad news story or there's a hack on like we saw with Cream Finance or Alpha Labs the other day, these prices plummet, right? Sometimes they drop 50% in a day if they get bad news. But Ethereum, it takes much less than it does Bitcoin, but it's more solid than the other ones. So I see a super chat there. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Mark and Erton there. Pancake Swap, I'm looking into it. Pretty interested in the Binance Smart Chain, but obviously, we're heavily focused on Ethereum right now, but it is something that is on our radar and we will be covering. I just don't know when. So Pancake Swap, pretty interesting. It's basically the sushi swap of Binance Smart Chain. So, okay, guys, looking at the top gainers of the day, we have IOST pumping again. Golly, I didn't even see this. Ooh, love it when my bag's pumping. I didn't even know it. Let's see. Do you think it will crash resistance at first try? Not really sure. Right, a $53.7 thousand Bitcoin market cap will hit $1 trillion. Do you think it will crash? Probably 53. I can tell you this. I'm setting a lot of my sell orders or my take profits, I guess you could say, close to 54K, but if 54K is the target, I'm not actually setting it at 54K. I'm setting it a little bit under that because you do have to expect that. But Pancake Swap up 33%, IOST up 41%, Venus up 25%, Cello up 24%, Horizon up 22%. A lot of these projects we're covering soon. CRO, Crypto.com, we covered them yesterday in our staking video. Up 14%, making a bit of a comeback. It had fell down almost I think it was in the 40s. It's now up back in the 30s. It was in the top 10 at one time. They had to structure and reorganize some things, and that certainly had a bad effect. As far as biggest gainers of the week, Icon, Bitcoin Gold, IOST Dash, the Graph. One of our largest holdings, I think our fourth largest holding right now, is the Graph. We love Graph. Kusama continuing to kill it, and Horizon having good days. So let's move on over and talk about Bitcoin and the chart here a little bit and kind of some things that we're looking at. This is the 4-hour chart. We did have this line here that was resistance at one point. Let's move that on over. It looks like we're pretty much over that line. Seems like we've broken out of this wedge. Oh, gosh. We've broken out of this wedge here. I think it all depends on where this body closes at. But as of right now, it pretty much looks like we are on the cusp of a breakout. So, kind of what we could expect to see here is kind of a, let's see here. Let's go. I want to do a different color for this. Let's see here. Let's go a little bit thinner. Okay. So kind of what we can see, we're already down at the bottom of this. We're either going to see it come back down in this channel and go downwards, or we're going to see it hit this and bounce up and head up to 54K. So let's look at what kind of gains if it does hit $54,000. That is a lot of people's long-term targets here. And by longer terms, I mean for the last couple of months, a lot of people have had this price target. Looks like we should have just got filled. Now, this is the 4-hour chart. We'll look at that in Trading Talk. But basically, we use our little measuring tool from where we're at right now to the target of $54,000. That is about a 6% move still. And I guess that would be based on, I know Chris from Crypto, that's his exact target. That has been CryptoFace's exact target. And I can tell you this, guys. CryptoFace is pretty sure of this. How do I know? I know he's pretty sure, and I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I just start taking trades because he's live streaming along. Because I know when CryptoFace comes on to live stream along, like if it's something I didn't see with Market Cypher, I know he's very sure that this is going up. Almost every single time he ever goes on and live streams a trade, it's going the direction he wants it to. And he's very confident that this thing is going to $54,000 or somewhere in that range. And so he's live streaming like every couple hours. Like I woke up at 3 in the morning because you guys know DGen trading check. I woke up, I had set along last night at about, and we'll talk more about the trades in a little bit, but I set it and I woke up at 3 o'clock is the long and short of it. And the trade was up a pretty good bit. It was just a small trade. I mean, it was only, it was decent size. It was like 1 million contracts, which I don't know what that is, like 2/3 of a Bitcoin, something like that, maybe half a Bitcoin. And I woke up, it was way in the green, and I had a notification that CryptoFace was live streaming at 3 in the morning. I was like, this thing's got to be heading up. So I went and checked it. He is so sure that it is that he keeps coming back on over and over again because he knows that this thing is going to pop. And when it pops, we could be looking at, something like this move here. This basically got us out of one range and into a whole nother range. And then it's been trading up pretty tight. I mean, if you really go back, other than the dramatic dump we had the other day, I mean, it's been in this same channel here for a few days in a pretty tight range. I mean, you guys remember last week we were really kind of like, going right there in between that range right before the weekend. That's a much wider range. It's getting tight, pops up. We went straight kind of through this channel right here, and now we're right here on the upside of that. So it really depends on where this thing goes right now on whether it's going to dump back down below. Now, this is the 4-hour chart. If we go and we look at let's look at the hourly chart here. So, like, here's a good kind of lesson about Market Cypher. Let me delete these little drawings I just drew here. So I want to show you guys something about Market Cypher because I know a lot of you guys are getting Market Cypher. I know a lot of you guys are winning with Market Cypher, obviously. We see that in our numbers. I mean, we see how many of you guys are trading. Obviously, Bybit, we have a referral link for that, so we know how active people are. And people are winning right now. The more people win, the more active they are. And that's good news for us. We love that. And obviously, that has a lot to do with how well Market Cypher works. If you go to the 4-hour chart, and I'm not sure exactly what time this thing reprints, but when you look at the candles and you guys come here, like the 4-hour is pretty bearish. You look here at the 4-hour and you see this red dot here and you say, man, that is pretty bearish. But that's a 4-hour candle. That's going to be a long time, 4 whole hours of trading. Well, you come over here, you click on the 1 hour, and you don't see that. You don't see that the red dot printed on the 1-hour chart, like, let's see, I guess that's 5 hours ago we had one that printed, and you saw it dumped down a little bit since then. But that's why it's important to check the time frames. Now, that doesn't mean go through and check the time frames until you find one thing that works. Like if you've got 8 charts that show bearish and you just got one that's bullish, that's not great. But you can go and you can find smaller trade positions and smaller, windows where you can get super bullish. Somebody says TJ and BitBoy, I love you guys. Is TJ in the chat? I wonder, do you guys think TJ's in the chat? Let me know if you guys see him in the chat. He's hiding. He's like, where's Waldo? So let's go. Let's talk a little bit of trading talk here. Now, if you guys want to use the tools I'm using, you guys can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. Your page should look like this now. We think we got that issue fixed. You can click here to join Bybit. You can click here to get Market Cypher. We got a special deal going on for that, 10% off. And you always got deals, deposit bonuses on Bybit. You can go to the Rewards Hub. We will actually have the CEO and founder, Ben Zhu, on the channel next weekend. And how ironic. I think he's going to be, the interview's on Wednesday. I think we're going to probably show it Friday night. He's going to talk a little bit more. He's going to talk all about Bybit, why it's the best site. and things like that. And I do believe it is the best site. And I really want to ask him some stuff to see what he thinks about, what separates them from all the bad stuff that happened with BitMEX. And I think that they're not in the same boat. So he's going to be on the channel next weekend. Next weekend, we're going to do a live show on Saturday from Vegas. We are going to Vegas next weekend. It is officially booked. So not this weekend, but the following weekend, we will be in Vegas, and we will air the Benzu Bybit founder interview. The last time I talked to this guy in person, I think I had like 5,000 subscribers. So can't wait to talk to him again. But anyways, if you guys want to trade where we're trading, you can go here to bitboycrypto.com/deals, and then we got obviously Token Metrics or Coin Research, and then we've got exchanges and other partners as well. And we're going to be talking, by the way, Webull down here. We are going to be talking more stocks on the channel at some point. Maybe bear market, but probably before that. But guys, let's go to Bybit, and let's see. I've got a position right now, and it should be up a little bit. Look at that. We're up $498 right now. Oh my gosh, you guys see it? We just went red, $97 in the red. What will we ever do? Basically, when it was up here, I had set an order for 51,000, and it filled. It's hovering around there now. I think that's a pretty good entry right now, in my personal opinion. But guys, I want to show you guys what we did. So you guys can come over here. You can see we have a dramatically much less amount here on Bybit than we had. Let me move over just a little bit. There we go. Dramatically less amount than we had yesterday. Well, that's because every time I get to about $600,000 in the account, we would draw half a milli. So we withdrew half a milli yesterday. I withdrew 10 BTC, which is actually a little bit more than that. We did withdraw 10 Bitcoin, and we're starting over. I started back over yesterday with, I think, 1.8. This morning, actually. This morning is when I withdrew it. So we started over at 1.8. And what are we going to buy with that $500,000 BTC? Well, we're not going to keep it in Bitcoin. I'm buying all Cardano. We're about to buy $500,000 worth of Cardano today. So as soon as that hits the old Binance US account, we are going to be doing that. Oh, sorry, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. Today's show brought to you by water. Okay. All right. So we do have dramatically less in the account. We got 104K in there right now. We're going to build that back up. Last time I took about a Bitcoin and a half to, we got almost to 12 Bitcoin this morning. So we drew 10, a little over 10 of them, or it was 11.8. We withdrew 10, started back over. Guys, in this account, we are now, there it is, guys. Keep in mind, we started this account. We always come back and show you guys. Started this account on January 7th. We've made $1.14 million trading on this channel. The first time we actually started with 1 Bitcoin, but then we almost got in trouble and got liquidated, so we added 3 more, so we started with 4. Last time I turned 1.67 BTC is I think what it was, into almost 12. So you can see over the last 24 hours, we are up 95K, all profit, no losses. You guys can see on our trades here what we did. These trades, the last 3 were this morning. I made 0.05, 0.16, 0.69. That was a big one. And then, the 0.69 was overnight. That was when I woke up and saw CryptoFace live streaming, and I closed that trade. Yesterday, we made 0.29, 0.66, 0.29. But these are huge wins. These are huge wins. Bitcoin's at freaking $51,000. 0.08, 0.16, 0.17, all with market cipher. Like, you can't freaking argue with these results. And then we went back, and then, of course, we had gotten, this was a very small loss. That was when I tried 100x. It's just not worth it. Then at the bottom, that was a small loss for a trading example we did, and then we had the liquidation, of course. Am I converting from ETH to ADA? That's bearish short. No, I'm not converting ETH. It's Bitcoin. Who cares? I'm just moving some Bitcoin over to ADA later today. $500,000 over to Cardano. I hope they got that over there on Binance US on liquidity. So let's see. I want to show you that, but there was more I wanted to show you. What was the other thing I wanted to show you guys? There was something. What else did I want to show you? Can't remember what it was. There was something I wanted to show you. The assets history, order history. I think I closed it. I think I showed you everything, basically, I wanted to show you. But yeah, so where we're at right now is like I said, we are in a position from 51,000, and I'm not trading Ethereum right now on Bybit. And I want to be really clear about that on the reasoning behind my, why I'm not trading there. Stone Wallace says he's trying to braid TJ's hair. That's funny. Are you talking about Steven? Because Steven got some braidable hair. Show him your hair, Steven. Oh, he's got the moves like I got. He's got the moves like BitBoy. Okay, do you just use the basic market cipher strategy? Yeah, I mean, pretty much, guys, like, here's what I do. Let me show you guys what I do, how I determine when I'm entering, okay? Thanks for the Prosper. I love Market Cipher. Thank you, Home, for that super chat. Yeah, Prosper has been absolutely killing it lately. And then Bruce Wayne said he deposited some of his BTC on Binance, where he learned there was Binance US, which state allows. Yeah, I like Binance US. That's what we use. We use Binance US. So anyway, guys, I want to show you guys, like, kind of what I do. I know CryptoVase came on the channel the other day. He showed us, like, some really good strategies. What I'm doing is I'm basically, like, of course, on the 1 hour chart, like, look at this green dot right in here. Like, this green dot on the 1 hour chart, I mean, that would have been freaking great. Like, I'm looking for those green dots, but what I'm also looking for, like, okay, for instance, if you were to go back on the 1 hour chart and you were to look, let's see, this would have been yesterday, kind of some different spots I was looking to get in. Like, when I see the chart looking not super bearish, like I'm not getting huge warning signs, and I see a dip like this right here, like, that's a good spot to get in. That's a good spot to get in, especially if you kind of look, what you can kind of do is you can kind of look over here, for instance, okay? And you look and you see that, wow, there was like basically a line of resistance that seemed to form there, okay? And you see over here, you see that these wicks right here on these candles, they went down below that support line. And I'm just eyeballing this. I mean, I'm not actually like charting all this, okay? But you see it goes down below that line, and then it bounces up and bodies above that support or that resistance line, becoming support. Like, that's a pretty good sign that that's a kind of dip you can jump in on. And so, you would have been rewarded. I mean, and I'm not making, guys, if you come here and you look at my trades, like, we're not necessarily, like, look, we're already up $2,000 on this trade. Why? Because I wasn't impatient. I didn't jump in at the height. I set a lower price target at 51,000 instead of getting it at 51.3 where it was. Somebody said, have I invested in NewsCipher for the 1K to 10K challenge? I did not. I recorded the video last night where we talked about NewsCipher, and that was my plan. But then Chainlink and Ethereum like freaking took a dump yesterday, or Chainlink and Synthetics dumped yesterday, and I wasn't really, and I talked about it on the stream yesterday, I wasn't in a good enough situation to move things on the stream yesterday like I wanted to. So we're actually going to be making a move a little bit later for the 1K to 10K challenge. Public domain info kind of deal where we are just going to eat the gas fee. We're just going to eat it. We're going to eat the gas fee. That's what we're going to do. We're going to eat the gas fee, and we're just going to go with it and make it happen. It is what it is, I guess is a good way to say it. So, okay, guys, let's see here. So I was showing you guys with Market Cipher what I do, how I'm trying to make those trades. Yeah, so I'm looking for dips that go down below and bounce up above support. So what I was going to show you guys, if you go and you look at my closed profit and loss, I mean, I think you guys can learn a lot from looking at these, like, positions here, okay? Look at my entry price, guys. 51,137. Now, that you have to keep in mind also that's kind of a composite entry. That's a composite entry because I would have got in like 51.2, and then I also took a lower position at 51.1, and then it averages those together. 51,137, 51,380, 51,393, same position. 49,219, 51,140. That was a pretty good one. 49,252, 50,118. Of course, this right here is a range of just a wick when I raised my stop loss. $47,999, 48,724. I'm not making massive moves. Like, these are not going up like $10,000, you know? Like, these are just going up about $1,000 or something else like that. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about Polkadot. So this is very interesting, guys. This is a, let's see here. Where is my story here? Where is my story? Here it is. This is very interesting. So there's an indicator that is arising, okay? It's called the Polkadot indicator. So there's a lot of data here showing that the Bitcoin is following Polkadot's moves. And I'll tell you this. What time frames do I trade on? I mostly trade on big moves on the 4 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Most of my smaller moves, I'm trading on the hourly generally. I'm looking down lower time frames for confirmations, making sure it doesn't go directly against what a higher time frame says. But I like to trade the hourly pretty good. So Bitcoin has been following the dot price. Now, I know a lot of things. I know you guys probably know that, right? I'm getting pretty connected these days in the crypto world. I'm getting a lot of stuff coming across my eyes, and it's some interesting things, and a lot of it involving the good doctor, Mr. Gavin Wood, Dr. Gavin Wood, and projects he's behind, and how they automatically pump, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to ruffle feathers here, but I'm just saying, could he be behind some money moving Bitcoin too? I don't know. He's got a bad haircut, but, you know, he's got some big money. So I guess that's kind of peak life, right? When it doesn't matter if your haircut's good or not. You know, you just got so much money. Polkadot indicator data shows Bitcoin has been following dot price for months. Telling you guys, I got some really interesting stuff on this guy, Dr. Gavin Wood. It may not be everything that you guys... May not be a lot of smoke and mirrors going on, I'll be saying that. Polkadot is seeing an impressive 180% gain 2021 so far, surpassing XRP for fourth place by market capitalization. The platform is fully interoperable between different blockchains while maintaining the ability to process thousands of transactions per second. Substrate 3.0, which will bring Ethereum compatibility, is expected to launch in the first half of 2021. Positive news flow has been fueling the rally. So according to Polkadot creator, the good Dr. Gavin Wood, the emergence of projects like Acala and Moonbeam focused on Ethereum compatibility help fuel the growth in DOT's value. Acala is Polkadot's gateway into the DeFi space, while Moonbeam is an Ethereum-compatible toolkit for smart contract deployment. Despite being listed at major exchanges less than 6 months ago, Polkadot token activity and price growth are mind-blowing. $700 million in daily transparent volume, and it's matched major altcoins like Link and Litecoin, according to Nomics data. Altcoins usually mimic Bitcoin intraday price action. So usually there's a very high intraday performance, and here's the chart. So Bitcoin is in blue, which is kind of weird because why did they put Bitcoin in blue and Polkadot in orange? Shouldn't they have put Bitcoin in orange? I mean, I'm just saying, orange coin good. You know what I mean? So here we go, guys. If you look here at Polkadot, what you will see is that Polkadot had a gigantic rally, and then look at that. Right after it, the blue line, Bitcoin moves. And then it retraced a little bit. Dot moved, and then what happened? Bitcoin followed it. You can almost overlay this chart. Look how weird this is, guys. Look up here on the top right-hand corner, and this is on the 9th at 6 o'clock. You look at the orange shape of Polkadot. If you were to just move, if you were to just move this back a little bit, Bitcoin, it's like the exact same moves. So interesting. In the above example, the dot price hike happened a whole 3 hours ahead of Bitcoin. More interestingly, its local top and subsequent rally also followed the same pattern. Look at that. And of course, orange is Polkadot. The exact same tops, the exact same moves. But what's interesting is, right, if you were to think about Ethereum, Ethereum is following Bitcoin's price a lot of times. Hasn't been lately, not to the upside. But when you look at this, isn't it weird, a little bit weird that Bitcoin is following Polkadot's moves? It's almost like there's somebody behind the scenes orchestrating everything. And I don't know if he's a conductor. I'm not going to make fun of his haircut again. JFA, thank you for Super Chat. Do I think Engine will see larger gains? I think Engine has a lot of potential for sure. I think that it definitely, being well received in Japan, I think there's a lot for Engine. I don't think it's near its potential. So this is December 29th. And looky here. Same exact thing here. Polkadot moves first. Very in a line, very tight, not that big of a difference. Polkadot shoots up. Bitcoin shoots up. It's almost like there's some inside knowledge going on of what's about to happen. Very, very, very interesting. This here, December 24th. Same thing. Same exact thing. Look, the top over here, the same. Could it be a strike of coincidence? Almost impossible to pinpoint the cause and effect. Above correlation seems to be an odd coincidence rather than a result of a structured strategy. Let's see. Of course, no one knows whether the Polkadot indicator will be helpful moving forward. Here's the thing, guys. It's just something to keep your eye on. But I will tell you, I'm on the verge of making some big enemies here pretty soon, I think. That's all I'll say. Uncle Frank says, how do I avoid getting my Bybit account froze when depositing and withdrawing from an exchange or wallet like Coinbase? Non-financial advice. You should have no problems. I mean, nobody's freezing Bybit. Nobody is freezing Bybit. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about corporate Bitcoin here. These are treasuries right here. These are Bitcoin treasuries. These are public companies that are holding Bitcoin. Now, I don't know if this was created before or after Tesla's. I think most likely that Tesla maybe does not have them technically as a treasury for the company is what this is. But this is a list of Bitcoin treasuries. And on the left-hand side, it breaks down what these are. We have publicly traded companies, private companies, Mt. Gox KK. I can't believe Mt. Gox. It's Magic the Gathering, guys. And ETF, these are official investment vehicles, which of course we know Grayscale is the largest at $33 billion in Bitcoin. They got 3% of the supply. Compared to if you look at, of course we still love APY Finance. That one is still going to continue to go up. No question about it. It has retracement. Might pull back. There's big money behind this one. Maybe some of the same money behind Polkadot. But anyway, so Bitcoin treasuries, MicroStrategy, $3.6 billion in Bitcoin, 71,000 BTC. Compared to Grayscale, they have 1/10 the holdings of Grayscale. Galaxy Digital Holdings, Marathon Patent Group, Square, of course. So Square has 0.02% of the supply. They've got $47,000, $50 million worth of Bitcoin. This is the original amount that they invested. So the original amount they invested was $50 million, and it's worth $240 million right now, which is more. You gotta understand, these companies are in the business of buying Bitcoin. So buying Bitcoin is their strategy for making money. Why would they do anything else at this point? That's why MicroStrategy has decided. Now, Michael Saylor, by the way, he does not have brown hair, guys. Let's be honest about this. He's got a nice gray grizzled beard. And there's nothing I like better than a guy going gray. I mean, you got to admit, when a guy starts to go gray, he really gets his bearings underneath him. He knows what he's talking about. Some people may consider them a sexy silver fox. Maybe Michael Saylor's one. Let's see. I had messaged Michael Saylor, and he still has not responded to me. Guys, if you are on Twitter, by the way, let's go ahead and follow me on Twitter. 123.8 thousand followers. Trying to get Dave Portnoy on the show. Y'all all go and retweet this and see if we can get Dave Portnoy to come on. I'd like to get Dave Portnoy and Tim Pool to come on and talk about Bitcoin. That would be really cool. Okay, that's weird. Come on, Tim. Don't put that on there for me. Okay, so guys, continue on this with MicroStrategy. We do know we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Now, this is very interesting because they've actually added $300 million to their debt issuance model. So initially they announced $600 million worth of Bitcoin they were going to let their people buy and fund, basically tokenize their purchase of Bitcoin. And now they've upped it to $900 million. And if that doesn't tell you this thing could be taken off much further, I don't know what to tell you. The business intelligence company reaffirmed Wednesday that it intends to pour the net proceeds of the debt sale, perhaps its biggest single dollar denominated allocation yet. They're getting ready to buy the most they've ever done. Thumbs down for Tim Pool. Why would you not like Tim Pool? I like Tim Pool. He's very critical of both sides. Why would you not like Tim Pool? Anyways, the firm has bought 70,784 Bitcoin, $3.69 billion. The net proceeds of this sale would come in at $879 million. So we know MicroStrategy is making moves. Other companies are as well. German cannabis company hedges with Bitcoin in case euro crashes. And are you at least 21? No. Well, guys, we just caught a crime on the internet here. We do know that Bitcoin. How old is Bitcoin, Steven? Do you know? Do you know, Steven?
I think like since 2008.
Birthed out of 2008, 2009, which would make, quick math on that, Steven. How old would that make Bitcoin?
11.
Yeah. I think it would make it 12 this year. What does that say on the screen?
At least 21.
Yeah, if you can show that on the screen real quick. Yeah, 21. We have just caught a crime on air. Bitcoin, 12 years old, going to an adult site. It's not good. Not good, Bitcoin. Not a good look, Bitcoin. That's why we love ETH right there. Anyways, guys, Symbiotic, which is a cannabis company, cites legitimate concern about a massive devaluation of fiat money. And I can tell you, there are a lot of people out there who are expecting the dollar to crash. I just, heard some people talking about it yesterday. Not even crypto related, nothing to do with me. I just overheard a conversation, and there are a lot of people who are counting on the dollar to absolutely crash this year. I think it's a smart bet next year, but definitely could be by the end of this year. And we see more and more companies hedging against that. So, okay, let's see here. Oh, they're saying they can't see. Oh, they can't hear you, Steven. Did you have your mic off?
No, yeah, I think I have my mic.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, so let's move on. Coinbase IPO. Guys, this is a gigantic news here. Absolutely huge. When you guys see the valuation of this, it's going to blow your mind. Coinbase, readying for public listing, gets $77 billion valuation from NASDAQ private market. What is the Bitcoin valuation right now? Let's take a look here. Bitcoin is valued at $953 billion. That would basically put Coinbase alone at about, what is that, about 8% of Bitcoin's value? That's gigantic. Last week's settlement price of $303 per share would make Coinbase bigger than the New York Stock Exchange owner, which is the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE, located right here in Atlanta. Let's see. Okay. Those shares in the largest crypto exchange in the U.S. are changing hands on the NASDAQ private market at $303 a piece. Now, we had heard that there was some really big NASDAQ news coming this week. And, I mean, I don't know. Is there some kind of Aave compound chain link element to all this? I mean, all those are involved in Coinbase. I don't know. Maybe. I don't have anything. We have no confirmation of the story that we talked about last week. That was a rumor that we heard. And then we've seen a lot of people selling the fact that news didn't come out. But it still may. I think it will at some point. We'll just have to see. Unless the information I got was really, really, really bad. Which, hey, when you're working on rumors, that definitely does happen sometimes. But it says those shares in the largest crypto exchange in the U.S. are changing hands on the NASDAQ private market at $303 a piece, according to two people with knowledge of the auction. That implies a total company value of about $77 billion, greater than the Intercontinental Exchange, owner of the New York Stock Exchange. The first week, it was $200 a share. Second week, it was $301 a share. And the third week, it was $303 a share. So you can see price discovery happening on an IPO. The Coinbase private market is running an anonymous order book ahead of the company's direct public listing, a date for which is still unknown. The sale allows current and former employees, as well as investors in Coinbase, to take some cash off the table. Now, here's the thing I want you guys to think about in this story, okay? Is that when Coinbase goes public, they've already said that their plan is to create a cryptocurrency tokenized element to their IPO. We've never seen this before. We've never seen, now this article doesn't talk about it, but we've never seen a company tokenize its stock shares. And will they be able to actually do that? I'm not 100% sure. But what we do know is they've said that they would like for this to be an element. Could this be yet another way that we start to see the merger of the stock world, stocks, and the cryptocurrency world and blockchain? I think it definitely could be. Someone says Bitcoin never below $40,000 again. I don't know. Definitely, I think that's probably pretty accurate. If we go in here and we were to look at the chart, what you would see is you guys would see that from $40,000, if we get up to 54,000, which is the price target, if it were to drop down to 40,000, that would be about a 25% loss. We know 25 to 40% losses are normal in a bear market, so it could be lower than that, but that would be a 25% loss. I think there is a decent chance. Now, guys, I'm not prepared to sit here and tell you it will never go below $40,000 again. I will tell you I think there's a decent chance that it is not going to go below 40,000 during this bull run. But guys, we don't know where this is going to be happening at. Or we don't know where this bear market is going to come in. The prices are going to be lower. I mean, it could certainly drop back down to $20,000, in the next bear market, depending on how high we go. Traditionally, Bitcoin falls 85% in a bear market. Just so you guys know, I think it's like 87 actually. So you can do that math and figure that out. And understand that it could go below 40,000 even after this bull run is over. Let's check on our trade real quick, by the way. I think our trade's going pretty nicely here. You guys can see. Guys, I like this strategy of starting with just barely over a Bitcoin and a half or so, and working it back up. I got to make smaller, smarter trades in the beginning to give me a big enough stack to be able to be making huge trades down the road. So I only got 1 million contracts. Like to run with 3 million to 5 million contracts. I don't know. That's like 2.5, 3 Bitcoin, somewhere around there. So I don't know what my price target's going to be at, but it looks like it went up higher than this at one point. Might lock in some profits a little bit later. So let's move on. Let's talk about what's next. Ethereum chart. So let's look at Ethereum, guys. And somebody asked in the chat if I'm doing an Ethereum video. Yes, I am absolutely doing an Ethereum video tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was really, really, really digging in deep. And I got to be honest with you, I was a little upset yesterday when I started looking into Ethereum. Got a little upset because I was looking and I just couldn't find anything that really seemed to be triggering the sell-offs. But then I found it this morning. I found it this morning. There's some pretty obvious things that we will look at that will kind of, guys, it's not adding up. That's what I'll tell you. When you come here and you look at the Ethereum chart, okay, and let's just switch over here to the day chart with Ethereum. And like I said, I'm not trading Ethereum on leverage right now. I am not. I am done trading Ethereum on leverage. I'm only trading Bitcoin. I'm just winning too much. And Ethereum trading is much, much, much harder when it comes, much harder when it comes to trading Ethereum because, yes, you have the positive side of Ethereum could go up much more explosively in a day than Bitcoin can. But when Bitcoin moves, you are still subject to whatever move it makes. Whatever move it makes, Ethereum is going to be subject to that, unless it's just, going steadily sideways. But what I'll say is this: when we look back at the daily chart here and let's get rid of this here. I want to be able to just show you guys the candles, okay? Show you guys the candles. Let's get rid of that there. Let's get rid of all that. What happened there? Did you guys see that? What happened there? What happened? Why did it just disappear like that? I think it just closed on its own. This is a different... I hit a different tab is what I hit. That's what I hit. I was so confused on that. Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys. Let me get rid of that. Let me minimize that. So what we have here, and I'm going to get rid of Market Cipher here. And I just want to look at the daily chart here on Ethereum, okay? Now, do you guys remember, if you've been watching the channel for a little bit of time, do you guys remember the 23rd of December? Christmas Eve, if you will? You guys remember I got liquidated on that day? Me and TJ, we were sitting here in the office. Of course, everybody else was gone because Steven, who are the two people that are here more than any other people? Can they hear you?
I don't think so.
Oh, they can't hear you. I would like Steven to say. It's me and TJ. We are here all the time. We're here till 7 o'clock. Last night, I get here before anybody does. We are just working nonstop, right? So it's Christmas Eve. Everybody's gone for the day. Some people are out of town. And we're sitting here on this day, and we are looking at the charts. And you know what? I actually do want to pull back up Market Cipher. I want to show you guys something. Pull up Market Cipher B, okay? And go on the 4-hour chart. Let's go on the 4-hour chart on that day. So that would have been, let's see here. Let's go. That is where it is. Now, I want you guys to notice something pretty peculiar here, okay? This is what we just looked at, okay? This is the 4-hour chart, okay? But we do know that on the daily chart, there was a giant red candle there. You come down here to Market Cipher and you look and you see this green dot right here and you say, man, if you were to go back and look at every other green dot on the 4-hour chart, okay, hold on. Can I stop you? Ryan Norman, 499 super chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. How's Bitcoin worth 50K if there's only 51 million in existence? Can you pull that back up on the chat? And Elon Musk bought 1.5 billion worth. Should that not mean he owns more than them all? No, Ryan. He bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. There's only 21 million coins. And if you add up 18.6 million coins, which are in circulation right now, times the current price, which is 51,000, you almost get $1 trillion. Almost $1 trillion, about $9.6 trillion. So he owns $1.5 billion worth out of 960 billion, not 9.6 trillion. 960 billion. Elon Musk and Tesla own $1.5 billion worth of $960 billion worth. Hope that makes sense. But coming back here to Market Cipher, you guys look at this green dot down here, and we told you right before, right around this day that we were going long on Ethereum, and we were expecting a giant pop. And on that date, we got liquidated. Little weird, right? You get a green dot, and then the price goes straight down. Now, we've seen that with another asset, Bitcoin, over January. I don't know if you guys your wheels are turning a little bit here. I've got some evidence of what exactly happened on this date that nullified this green dot right here, and my account got liquidated that day. It's because I wasn't keeping money behind like we do now, and I missed out on that entire run-up because of something that happened on that day. And this is what I'll tell you guys. When it comes to Ethereum, it ain't adding up. And we're going to be looking at exactly what and why in tonight's video. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this at the end. Eyes and ears. Eyes and ears. Eyes and ears. Ears and eyes. Keep them open. I talked to you guys about this a lot. Everything you're seeing, it may be pointing you in certain directions, as misdirection to keep your eyes off the prize. And I will tell you this, the same thing that happened right here, the same thing we'll talk about tonight, it also happened right here. Also happened right here. We're going to have very strong evidence of that tonight. Okay, let's talk about staking. This is a lot of fun, guys. I can tell you, I signed up for this waitlist today. Now, I don't know how to go to the Coinbase website and pull up the Ethereum staking waitlist. Only way I could get to it was to go here. Let me get rid of that ad down there. Go here and click. I don't remember how I got to it. I basically ended up finding a link that took me to the Coinbase page. I went to it on mobile to find the waitlist. I couldn't find it there. And so then I ended up going to desktop version and then just searching Coinbase Ethereum waitlist, and I ended up finding it and clicking a link and getting to the page. I think if you can find the staking page on Coinbase, it's there at the top. But Coinbase opens the waitlist for Ethereum's 2.0 staking, and this is absolutely huge. You can pull this up here, Steven. Coinbase is the latest exchange to offer staking services for the rebooted Ethereum network. Now, this is absolutely huge. Why are you guys lying about front? Weird. just wait until the video today. Could be the biggest one we've ever seen. Could be the biggest one we've ever seen on this channel. Coinbase's waitlist for Ethereum 2.0 staking is live per a press release shared with CoinDesk. Coinbase customers can now sign up to stake their ETH 3.62%. Well, that's not important. That's how much it was up today. Into the Beacon Chain smart contract, the coordinator and bridge between the old ETH and ETH 2.0 network, which is the migration to proof of stake. The upgrade will do away with proof of work mining in favor of staking. This is the important part right here, guys. This is the important part. Typically, you need 32 ETH. We talked about 32 ETH a lot to run a validator node for Ethereum's new blockchain. But Coinbase will allow their users to stake any amount of ETH in their account. So you don't have to have 32 if you want to stake. Now, the rewards are not going to be quite as high. It is going to be up to 7.5% APR. Now, once again, I would be willing to bet if I'm a betting man, and I'm certainly a betting man. Supernov, $4.99 super chat. Hey, Ben, what do you think of Elrond? Well, Mr. Elrond Schmieds is quite nice. We love Elrond. We like Elrond. I'm very bullish on it. Guys, it went up 400%. I mean, guys, let's use a little common sense here. Went up 400%. Maybe you want to wait for a correction, but you can't expect that thing to go full steam ahead and 10x in 3 days after it 4x over a week or over 2 weeks. So you guys just got to, if you want to get back in Elrond, then wait for a good entry point, or maybe you missed the beginning boat of it. But we are going to be adding more Elrond holdings for sure. We think it's got potential of a top 10 project. We think it will have another run very similar to what it just had here maybe in the next 2 months. We'll see what happens. But with ETH 2.0, you get 7.5% staking. Way more than you get on the stonks market. That's a joke. I'm making the video tonight. I ruined the joke tonight, guys, for you. I made that joke. In exchange for the service, Coinbase takes a commission. So they're going to take 25%. So you should be getting 10% basically, but you're going to get 7.5%. And I think if I remember reading this correctly, basically what the deal here with this is that you are going to need to lock up your ETH for a certain period of time. Now, it's not going to be dramatic. You're not going to have to always have it locked up like you would if you actually had a validator node. And guys, the reason for this is pretty simple. Why is Coinbase doing this? Okay, Coinbase is doing this because they know offering a way for people to get staking with Ethereum without 32 ETH is going to have more ETH coming into their nodes. And they're going to make more money off of that. So they're going to give you a 75%, or it's 7.5%, but you're getting 75% of the rewards that are coming in, and they're getting 25%. They think they're going to make more money by incentivizing people to come there and keep it there and stake it instead of removing it from the platform. You got to know you can withdraw your cryptocurrency from Coinbase, but in a sense, you're paper trading on Coinbase because the way it works is Coinbase has a giant pool of crypto, right? They've got a giant pool of Ethereum. Sometimes I'm sure they add more to it and different stuff like that. Okay. But the point is, it's not like when you buy Ethereum there that it's going down as like an actual transaction. If you trade from, let's say, Compound to Ethereum there, it's not an actual, it's kind of like paper trading. In a lot of ways, derivatives. They're just moving around the dots and the numbers and the ones and the zeros within their internal system so it shows up in your account. You don't actually own it until you withdraw it. But the difference between this and Robinhood, so Robinhood, you don't actually own your crypto. It's all derivatives. There's no way for you to pull it out. But with Coinbase, there is a point where you can withdraw it and things like that. And so this is a way for them to incentivize more people to come there and lock in that ETH that will, have a positive ROI on their overall, stack of Ethereum, if that makes sense. They'll be adding to their stake of Ethereum or their stack of Ethereum because as you move Ethereum into Coinbase, whatever it is, now it becomes part of their giant stack. So hope that was a good way of explaining why I think that they're doing this. But this is just more news on why why in the world they would want to be able to offer this to people. And in addition, why is Ethereum not going up? Why is Ethereum not pumping on gigantic news like this? Like, you got to think about it. It's only at 1821 right now. Just remember these green spots here. These green spots will come big into play later on. And just a quick look. You move on to the next section here. 1K to 10K challenge. And we will keep our Bybit trade up over here, kind of checking it out. Man, look at that. I mean, when you're trying to rebuild the stack, a 0.15 BTC gain is pretty nice. I might go ahead and lock in a profit with this one. Oh, can you take this down real quick? Yeah, sorry. I think I'm not supposed to actually type these in on the screen, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lock in a profit here on this. So this way I cannot lose on this trade. I do that by raising my stop loss. And now we want to be careful about when we do these trades on here. Obviously, don't go mimic every single thing we do. That's not the point of what we're doing here. So there we go. Apparently YouTube doesn't like that. So we'll just leave it to our overlords to make those decisions. We just locked in some profits on that trade. So let's come over here and let's look at our 1K to 10K challenge. Now, if we look at our portfolio here, you'll see I exited Chainlink overnight, or actually I did it this morning, and I went ahead and moved it all to Ethereum, and we're about to take a gigantic gas fee loss. Now that our Frontier video popped out last night, we mentioned it. Guys, Frontier is where it's at right now. And in my opinion, this is going to end up being something that is going to be absolutely humongous. When our video comes out today and you guys, don't think about it in terms of, and please, I really encourage you guys, do not, somebody said front butt sausage token. What in the world? What you guys got to understand here is, don't just watch our video and just say, oh, God, there's a video. It's a token. Oh, God, it's a low-cap gem. Let me go buy some tokens. That's not the point, guys. If you really break down what we talked about with APY Finance and what we talked about with Front Token, you will see that there is a reason why these things are absolutely killing it. There's a reason why this token is not going to be here today, gone tomorrow. This is going to be a token that's absolutely going to crush the market. The connections that this one has are so big, it's insane. It's insane. When you look at all the companies that are buying this, it's already on Binance. Try adjusting the amount or the slippage. Maybe we can do 20 and then hold on to some synthetics. Maybe I can go to BitSwap. Maybe I'll go to BitSwap and do it instead of doing it internally in MetaMask. Oh, look, we hit our stop loss on our trade, I think, didn't we? Nope, not quite yet. We almost did. Almost hit our stop loss on our trade. But the point here is that we really believe that Front, APY Finance, anytime Zero Chain, when we're doing these videos on these projects that are smaller projects, I hope you guys have noticed that we're not doing like nearly as many as we used to do. We used to just kind of like blow you guys away with moonshot after moonshot after moonshot after moonshot after moonshot. And a lot of those, did pretty well, but not all of them did well, okay? We are now I've got a lot more members of my research team, and they're looking at a lot of these projects that are, the research they're doing is so unbelievably phenomenal that these projects are going to have lasting impacts. Like, imagine this. When ETHLend was, if we were to go and we were to look at ETHLend, for instance, okay? Now, is it still actually a token on here? No, it's not, because they did change it. And I wonder if Aave is, here's the old one, okay? Here's the old Aave. This is ETHLend, okay? If you didn't know, ETHLend was behind Aave, okay? Aave is ETHLend now. It used to be called the Lend token, and at some point they changed it over to Aave. But if you look at the chart on it, and you look at the max chart, like forever, from December of 2017 all the way into the halving, it basically did nothing. It is not on Binance.us. It's on Binance.com. If you can't get it because you don't have a Binance.com account, then Uniswap is where to go. The point here is, for this whole amount of time here, it did freaking nothing. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Nobody was talking about Aave, and the price was a penny. The price was a penny. I want you to think about that. No one was talking about it. Aave, you look and you see this gigantic name brand, and you say, oh, Aave, wow, everybody loves it. People who are talking about ETHLend got killed. I didn't talk about ETHLend. I didn't think it was going to be anything. And now Synthetics was freaking Haven Protocol. I didn't even know this until I started doing research on it. I don't even think it even has the old information on it. Maybe it does. Back here in 2018, this was Haven Protocol back here. No one was talking about Synthetics during this time. The price got up to $1.50 and crashed. Umbrella Network is one that's kind of on my radar. That's what I'll say. It's on my radar. We haven't done it for sure. But the thing is that a lot of these are so old. Well, y'all shot up, or I even had a chance to get it. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Y'all got to stop front running me. Will y'all stop front running me? We're going to go ahead. Price impact. We're just going to eat it, guys. We're going to eat the fee. We're going to eat it. And we're just going to deal with whatever comes. Because, guys, this is where we're going to get the biggest returns. $186 freaking gas fee. $186 gas fee. Whatever. We're going to do it. We're going to run with it. We're going to run with it. We're going to go gorilla. We are going to go gorilla on this 1K to 10K challenge. Because I ain't got time to sit around and wait for freaking Chainlink and Synthetics. I got to get there quick. So we're gonna eat the gas fee. We're going to eat the price impact. And we're just going to live with it. And we're going to do it. But the fact is, no one was talking about Synthetics back here. The price got all the way down. Look at the low point. Synthetics was at 4 cents. 4 cents. 4 cents. Think about that. Then it went up to 6 cents. I see dead people. I really hovered over the chart to find 6 cents so I could say that. Do y'all even get that joke? I don't know how young y'all are. Okay, anyways, the point here is no one was talking about Synthetics. When we're looking at, especially, now Zero Chain, if you watched our Zero Chain video, this video was about the fact that the amount of actual usage on Zero Chain affects the price. And if a lot of these partnerships come in and actually start using it, including Oracle, like the company Oracle out at San Francisco, I think they're moving to Texas now, is the chic thing to do after Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, is that the price will go through the roof. It's based on usage, okay? When we're looking at APY Finance and we're looking at Front, We are front-running hedge funds that have money in these. We are giving you these coins before these guys have enough time to keep the price low enough to keep pumping money into it. I'm telling you, these things are going to go through the roof. They're going to go through the roof. In my opinion, they're going to go through the roof. Now, everything's speculative, not financial advice. But in my opinion, these things are going to absolutely explode. These are the next Aves. These are the next synthetics. Remember, no one was talking about these last year. Nobody, in 2019, at the beginning of 2020, nobody knew what synthetics was. No one knew that ETH was rebranding to Aave. And once it rebranded, there was you guys have to understand, there was I was here. I was in this space for years. There was such a negative connotation to lending platforms, it wasn't even funny. Celsius was the only one that had a respect of dignity, and the reason was because of Alex Mashinsky. Everybody knows who he is. People respect him. They've always respected him. So he had more credibility coming out the door, okay? But the fact is that ETHLend, you didn't want to be involved with it. It was like I'm not going to call it a scam, but the idea was lending platforms were a scam. Salt lending, ETH lending, ETHLend, there were more of these. You didn't want to touch them with a 10-foot pole. But now look at them. Look how much these things have exploded. And so the same people that will sit here and tell you that these coins aren't going to make it and they're just eating a video, it's going to go up. These are the same people that would have told you not to get synthetics. These are the same people. Guys, do you realize when you go to CoinMarketCap, did we get filled here? I think, yeah, we ended up getting our order filled here, by the way. We made a point. No, let's redo it here. Let's see what it was. Oh, we made 0.1. Look at that, 0.1. That's pretty good for a little account. That's like 10% of our account there. But when you go to CoinMarketCap, when you look at the top 10, now, a lot of you guys may not know this, okay? But I'm going to show you guys something about this, which is on the top 10, it changes about 40 to 50% every single year. And every single year, people think the same thing. They think, oh, God, these projects right now are going to be in this forever. Like, these are the top 10. Like, Polkadot, it ain't going anywhere. Let me tell you, there was a time I can come down here and I can look. Dogecoin was clearly planted in the top 10. Bitcoin SV got to as high as, I think, number 4. EOS debuted in, number 4. Monero was in the top 10. Tron was at number 7, 2 years ago, and everybody's like, Tron's on the upswing, including me, and it cracked out. Tezos was in the top 10. I think VeChain got as high as 11, and then as high as it ever went. Neo was firmly in the top 10 forever. It had Monero and EOS and IOTA. IOTA was in the top 10. IOTA was number 4 at one time. Okay? These things change over time. And I guarantee you that 3 years ago, no one ever dreamed this thing called Polkadot would pop up and be number 4 in cryptocurrency. Nobody thought Binance Coin would have. Litecoin, the most consistent top 10 coin ever outside of Ethereum, by the way. Now, you guys may not know this, but you can actually go here and you can, this is the way I get to it. I don't know another way. You can Google CoinMarketCap historical, and you can actually bring up the historical snapshots, and you can look. Well, that's not what I want there. That's not what I want. Or is it? Does it show up with the options at the top? Yeah. No, that's not right. Well, you can look through here. You can come here and you can look at what the top 10 is today, and you can see what it was. This was May 3rd. So this was the week before the halving. This was pretty recent. XRP number 3, Tether number 4. Tether, as soon as it showed up, has been moving up. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, EOS, Tezos. I told you it was in the top 10. But you can actually come here and you can look. You can go to anywhere. We can go to August 18th of 2013. Let's see what the top 10 coins were then. Litecoin was number 2. Ethereum didn't even exist. 2013. Ethereum came out in 2014. Namecoin, Peercoin, Feathercoin, Novacoin. And at the time, a lot of people thought these were really solid. One of the most solid coins in the beginning was, what was it? It's the split from, gosh, I cannot remember the name of it. There's one that was in the top 10 forever. Like, it was a solid top 10 for years, and then all of a sudden it totally disappeared, out of the blue and never returned. You just don't know what's going to happen in this market. The next synthetics and the next Aave, they're out there somewhere. And it's important that we find what these new ones are. Since I talked about Pirate Chain, it's up. I own no Pirate Chain, by the way, but it is a great privacy coin. I'm not too heavy in privacy coins, but thank you for that. $2 Canadian. That's like 12 cents, I think. No, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I think it might actually be more than the dollar. I doubt it. That's probably like $1.60, if I'm guessing. But let's talk about the last thing here, which is Ethereum. And to just talk about the Ethereum manipulation. If we go here, I just want to show you guys a couple of the articles that we will be looking at tonight in this video. And this is what I'll tell you, okay? What I'll tell you is it is so glaringly obvious that the Ethereum price is being manipulated. It's absolutely insane. You look at this Coinbase waitlist story, okay? There's no reason why that should not pump the price of Ethereum. The only thing pulling the price of Ethereum up right now is the price of Bitcoin. Here's one of the articles we'll look at tonight, guys, okay? And here we go. Ethereum price screams sell. And this is why you guys are the smartest community out there, okay? You guys are the smartest community out there because you guys actually listen to me on a lot of stuff. And you guys I'm telling you, I love these other YouTubers. I love Zombie. Crypto Zombie's one of my best friends. I love Crypto Zombie. You guys know I love Elio. Elio comes on the channel a good bit. Good friends with Elio, Altcoin Daily. Love those guys. I love a lot of these people. Okay? You're getting stuff on this channel you just don't get on other channels. We give you what's real. Not saying those guys are fake. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is we break down the things that are just on the outside. They're just floating out there in the universe of cryptocurrency investing. They're orbiting around. These are ideas that are very simple that totally change the way that you trade. And you want to know why our community grows? Because people in this community make money. And the people that are in this community that come and say things like, "Oh, Ben, you said $2,500 by Valentine's Day." And don't get me wrong, you guys get the raw uncut here. If we hit that prediction, then yeah, you're dang right, we were going to shout from the rooftops. But we didn't. We didn't hit it. Does that change what we think about Ethereum? No. What does that tell me? That tells me that either I'm just a little bit off on the timing because I know where it's going, or there's something happening. When you read stories like this right here, Ethereum price screams sell, but fundamentals have never been stronger. It tells you what you need to know. It's the smoke and mirrors. We are for the little guy on this channel. We are for the little guy. We are for you. We want you. I already made money, guys. I made money. I got it. I could retire right now. Just so we're clear on this. Just so we are clear on this. I can retire. I could walk off this channel today and never have to work a day in my life. I could, easily. I don't want to do that. I'm here for you. Do you know how much it means to me when I get stories from you guys telling me how much you appreciate what we talk about on this channel because it's made you so much money since you came into the world of cryptocurrency? We are not going to give you stories and lead you down in the wrong directions. We're not going to do it. We're not going to be right every time. We are not going to be right every time. But we're going to give you exactly what I'm doing, and we're going to give you the information to the best of the to the best possible outcome for you guys to achieve. I want you all to make money that's life-changing. Every single person watching this channel. And during the bear market, that is hard. That's hard. That's why it's hard to keep making videos in a bear market. Right now, it's fun. And we get probably 19 to 1 positive emails and positive messages from people. And I'm not out here plastering that stuff. That is not for me to get out here and tout my achievements and tout like what we've done and that we've done so great on this channel and you guys make all this money. Check out, I like Carl. Carl's gonna be on the channel later this week. But, Carl does a thing where he shows everybody in the comments like, look, this person made this much money. Like, that's great. I'm glad he does that. It's good to see. I don't want to do that. I want to keep that stuff private. I want to keep that stuff private, you guys sitting in, because it means so much to me. When I see stories like this, Ethereum price screams sell, but fundamentals have never been stronger. This is such a warning sign to you. There are outside forces that are trying to push the prices down of these assets so you, the little guy, the retail investor, will let go of what you have and they can scoop it up. And they're working with the miners to cause this. We got very hard evidence of that. They thought they could hide it. They can't. You guys will find out a lot more about that in tonight's video. We got a new chart that we can start showing you guys for Ethereum. We're going to take you back to the day I got liquidated, just like it was yesterday. And we're going to show you why. When the fundamentals are saying one thing, that it should be going up, there is something on the back end. And on this channel, we bust down what it is. And guys, thank you so much to Cryptos R Us, to George from Cryptos R Us. I love watching that guy's channel now. I watch it a pretty good bit. He has really good information. And he was the one that really started all this out, looking down this trail of these miners. And of course, I'm not going to bring him up every single time we discuss the miner thing. I'm not going to give him credit for it just because, we just talk about it so much on the channel. But he is the original one who did find that. Thank you for that, that I changed this guy's life in the super chat. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. I love hearing those stories. But George is the one that set me down on this path of finding all this stuff. And it's been really fascinating to see what's happening because here's Ethereum price scream sell. Here's what you're seeing. And I see it in the chat. You got your Cardano fanboys. And I just told you I'm about to go buy $500,000 of Cardano as soon as I get off this. As soon as I get off of this stream, I'm literally going to walk into my office. I'm going to take my phone that's right there on recording this on TikTok. You guys can't see it. TikTok. Well, you can't see the phone either. The phone is there. I swear to y'all. I'm going to take that phone. I'm going to walk into this office. I'm going to buy $500,000 worth of Cardano. I love Cardano. I believe Cardano is going to be absolutely huge. Okay? But the Cardano fanboys are in here, and the Polkadot fanboys are in here, and the Elrond fanboys, who I also love and have huge holdings in as well, they're all in here saying that ETH is crashing and Pancake Swap is taking over, or Cardano doesn't even have a swap out yet. It's taken over. The thing is that all that is noise. All that is noise to try to get you to sell your Ethereum. Think about this for a second. Think about it for a second. How can exchange volumes be going down, but the price also going sideways? More people are committing over the long term to hold on to their Ethereum than ever. And the price is stagnating while Bitcoin, surprise, surprise. Guys, I kid you not. Both times that we have had serious exposés on F2 pool, they stopped their selling. And I swear to y'all, I'm not saying that the Bitcoin market lives and dies on what happens on this channel. Obviously it doesn't. It's a $1 trillion market almost. But go look at those videos we made at F2 pool. Go look at how much they were dumping before we exposed those little cockroaches. Go check it out. And then look at the Bitcoin price, what happened right afterwards. There is manipulation going on in this market, and I will not stand for it. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.